based on document object model. Lesson number 3 from Standard 12 textbook. So, what is JavaScript? JavaScript is a scripting language used for creating dynamic websites. We know that there can be a static website or dynamic websites. The content of dynamic websites are going to be changed from time to time or with user input. For according to user input, they are giving the output. So that are dynamic websites. So JavaScript is basically used for creating dynamic website. It was initially created to make web page alive. Features of JavaScript. JavaScript is a lightweight scripting language. There is no need of special software to run JavaScript programs. We are just writing JavaScript coding in Notepad editor and we are getting output in the browser as a web page. So no need of a special software. JavaScript is an object-oriented scripting language. JavaScript allows browser to perform input validations. Input validations if we want some validations to be put in the online form filling, that age or a particular condition we have to keep in that. So that is also possible logically with the help of JavaScript. It can handle date and time effectively. Ability to create own function. Apart from built-in function, one can create their own function in JavaScript. Platform independent scripting language means it is a platform independent, so you can run it on any device, on any operating system. You can run this code. So platform independence is one of the important feature of JavaScript. Objects in JavaScript. So what is object? Any entity, as we have seen, object, it is an object-oriented scripting language. Any entity in a real life is called an object. So everything is an object in JavaScript. Just correlate it with a real life example. Car is one of the objects and its properties can be its name, its model, its weight, its color are the property of car object. And how to access it? In the JavaScript, we are accessing object's property with dot operator, and after equal to sign we are writing its value. So that is the syntax for accessing properties, for to set the properties in the coding. Object name, then dot property name is equal to value. Then what are the functionalities we can do with car? We can start car, we can stop car, we can drive car. So that are the methods or functions of that particular object. That will also have uh, the same method to access with dot operator, object name and dot operator. And difference is that in front of method name there is a circular bracket. In property it is not there. Then document object model. It is hierarchy of objects in JavaScript. Window object is the parent object of all other objects. So location object, document object, navigator object, history object are the objects, child objects of window object. We are going to focus on document object model here. What is document object model? This hierarchy is nothing but a document object model. It is given just a hierarchy of all objects, but we are going to focus on document object. So every object has property and method. So what are the different properties of the document object? Head, title, URL, body, img. So we can access, we can have a head property to return the head element of the document. We know that head tag is there in HTML document, so we will return its content by head property. We can set or return title of the document. We can return the full URL where your file is locating in your PC. That URL we can get by the URL property, and body and img will return body and img for image, that elements it will return. So what is write ln and get element by id? These are the methods. Just like in the car, for car object we were having a stop, car dot stop, car dot drive, car dot start, like that. For document object, write ln, get element by id. You can write something in the on the document with write method. Then what is the difference write and write ln? It will write on the new line. Ln will just add a new line character after each statement. And get element by id means there are different elements in the HTML elements in the web page. So you can access that element by its id. And id is nothing but, you are knowing that id attribute is for any tag. A tag is nothing but a HTML element. For any tag you can have a id attribute, and with that id attribute's value you can access that element. Id is specific for every element, so you can access it by a method get element by id. It can access from from element form element by id property. In the form tag only we are having different elements, like we can have text box, we can have a radio button, we can have a simple button, so that element you can access by id property. Here window object, parent object of all other object, as we have seen. Now properties are name, location, document, status and close. These are the properties of window object. Then methods are alert, confirm, prompt, open, close, blur, focus, print and set timeout. Alert method will give you a dialog box with OK button, that is message box if with OK button only. Confirm is same as that of alert, but it will give two buttons on the message box, OK and cancel. Then prompt will display a dialog box to get input from the user. As we want some input from the user, suppose we have to write to give the message to the user that whether he or she is eligible for getting license of vehicle or not. So we want input as a age, so where that user will enter the age on that web page. So we can have one prompt function, and that will give a dialog box with input field for the user. So he or she will enter age in that dialog box, where that because of prompt method we are getting some input field in that. So opens the new window, closes the current window, blur removes the focus from the current window. Means what are the different elements in the some online form. You are writing your name in the text box, and after writing the name, suppose you are coming to the next point, that is address. So that time the earlier will be the blur. That earlier text box will be the blur, because your focus is now on the next element. So blur method will remove the focus method will set the focus, print method will print the content of current window, and set timeout is the important function again. You can set time interval between two functions in millisecond, as 1 second is equal to 1000 milliseconds. So remember, here you have to pass millisecond value only to this function. In brackets you will give value in milliseconds. So after that interval you can call a different function. So you can have a time interval also with the help of set timeout function. So let us see the example of coding based on some of the properties of this object, window object. Here I have used status property of window object. As we have seen in that table of properties and methods, one of the property of window object is status. It is a property, not a method, so no circular bracket is there, but we are setting that status in one function. It is a user defined function, not a method, not a built-in method in the window object. It is a function we are defining, so function keyword is important. Then st underscore 1s, and then as it is a function you have to give a circular bracket here. Then end of script, end of head, body, input type is equal to button, value is equal to that. You have to write value means what you want the text on the button. And then you know that there are different mouse events. So on click event, when you will click on this button, this function should be called. Which function? The function we are making to display some message in the status bar. So this will be displayed only when you will click on the button, because we are calling this function on click event of that button. So here end of body. So remember that this HTML element we are writing it in the body tag, and function we are writing it in under script tag. So script tag, here it is, we have used pen language attribute. You have to specify that it will tell to the browser, it will specify that we are using JavaScript language. It is very important. And then end of body, end of HTML. So let us see the output of this. Now here I have already run, but now I have refreshed. Just see, the first you will get this window open, and here one button is there in this document, and when you will click on this button, see the status bar. Now nothing is there in the status bar, but now I will click here. Hello, this is status. This is what we have written here in the window.status property. So on click event, we are getting it here in this status bar. So next program is based on the different events, mouse click events, and the user defined functions. So number of functions user can define here. This is another program, HTML head script language is the same part, JavaScript, and here I have defined three different functions: function color1, function color2, and function f3. And here I am writing document.body.style.background color is equal to purple. So what is this? That on three different events I want background color should be changed. So it is the property background color of the document. Then how to access, how to set this document.body.style.background color. And it is a case sensitive language. JavaScript is a case sensitive language. So see here that how to write this property background and color C should be capital. And here I have created one button, and on the same button I have set three events: on click event, on mouse move, on mouse over. So on click event, here F3 is called, and see here in F3 silver color. So when you will click on the button, silver color should be there, background color. When you will move cursor on the button, pink color should be the background color, because I have called color1 function on mouse move. And on mouse over means when you will be on the edges of the button, that time purple color for the fraction of second it will be appearing. Okay, so because on mouse move, over I have called color2 function, and in color2 function I have defined that I have set background color as a purple. So when I will click, it is the F3 function. You can change if you want pink color on click. So just here on click is equal to color1 function. You can write. On click I want silver color. On mouse move I want pink color, and on mouse over I want purple color. So just see the output here. Now I will execute it again. No background color initially. When I'm just moving the mouse on the button, background color pink. When I will click on this, background color is silver, and for fraction of second it will appear that purple color. You can see a purple color is appearing for fraction of second when it is on the edge of the button, that is on mouse over. Thank you. It is all about event handling and some of the properties. You can try it for different properties and methods for window object or document.